It was evident from the start that the Wild Atlantic Way adventure was going to be a masterclass in weather routing and finding good shelter, as we were going to be dodging gale after gale on our way north around Ireland. So running ahead of the gale, we set sail from Galway on 100 nautical miles overnight passage to Blacksod Bay, where we would take shelter from the first gale.
You saw that?
Here we are, anchored at Blacksod Bay, doing the gale from southwest. It's the reminiscence of Hurricane Lee. It's coming over us now, blowing 40 plus knots. Shoo! Crazy. The next morning the wind eased off in the anchorage, so we decided to set sail for Ballycastle, a short passage of 24 nautical miles. However, we had to abort as the sea state at Black Rock was very rough and the wind picked up again to 30 knots plus. The next day we set sail across Donegal Bay. A passage of 70 nautical miles will bring us to Killybegs Harbour, which will be a safe shelter for the forecasted northwesterly gale expected later. As we sailed past Eagle Rock and into Donegal Bay, we found that the wind was more southwest than the forecasted west-northwest. A southerly wind would make a northern heading a faster point of sail. We therefore updated our passage plan and found that we could reach the Bloody Foreland and the anchorage of Melmore Head well ahead of the forecasted northwesterly Gale 9. Here we are, arriving in our hurricane hole. an unusual shelter because there's no pub. Normally there's always a pub. We were safely anchored in the lee of Melmore Head when the gale force wind arrived. The gale would keep us here for 2 nights. So here we are, off the beaten track, anchoring on the Bloody Foreland island. We shall emerge from our hole and look. Oh, sun is out. Look how the entrance is breaking in there. There's no way we will attempt that. After 2 nights at anchor, we found a passage window between gales that would take us 45 miles down the coast to Portrush. Portrush would give us good shelter for the forecasted force 9 southerly gale. Marlin Head.
What is it?
Marlin Head. It's in the weather forecast all the time. We sheltered 2 nights in Portrush from the southerly gale. The time we spent watching rugby with the locals, hiking along the beach and visiting several castles. We did an amazing 10-kilometer hike along the giant coastal trail, and of course we visited the giant causeway. Monday afternoon, the wind eased off for a few hours, and we took the opportunity to sail down to Ballycastle. Ballycastle would be a great starting point for our passage around the Mull of Kintyre.
Check out.
The next morning we set off for Ballycastle just before slack water and had a very bumpy crossing of the North Channel and around the Mull of Kintyre. We arrived late at night to Campbellltown and dropped the anchor in the well-sheltered loch. The next morning we got up at the crack of dawn to sail up to the Tarbert marina. Tarbert marina is a real hurricane hole and a great place to take shelter from the next spell of forecasted strong southerly winds. After a wonderful night out in Tarbert, we set sail for Largs. During the passage across the Clyde, the wind picked up to plus 25 knots with gusts well above 30 knots, so we had a fast downwind sail into Largs, yacht haven.